Hi, my name's Rita Foley. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've had the best career ever. I grew up in Boston. I have 3 of my high school friends came, and Basha and I have known each other since 5th grade. And then Rhonda came in 6th grade. And there's Rhonda pouting, typical teenager. And there's me looking dopey, typical teenager. Went from there to live in England. Worked over there for Polaroid, ironically, years and years ago. And then came back to the States and mostly worked in high tech for about, 20 plus years. And then I went low tech. I surprised my friends and actually joined a paper and packaging company. Started off as the Chief Information Officer, then I became the president of their global packaging business and also ran 4 design shops in Australia and Paris and London and LA as well. I loved it, but I retired from there about 7 years ago, and that's because I had a yearning to do some not-for-profit work. And when you live on a plane, you can't do not-for-profit work and do your normal job. And so I retired early to do just that. 1/3 of my time is spent on not-for-profit, 1/3 of my time is serving on corporate boards, and the other 1/3 is having fun. My newest passion is photography, and it's a new one. I went to school just, not even 2 years ago, to a wonderful workshop in Martha's Vineyard, led by Allison Shaw Photography. Allison Shaw, who's a very talented photographer. And whatever she did, she caught my heart, and I have been clicking away ever since. I turned 60 this year, and a lot of my friends in March said, "What are you doing? We have to have a big party." And I was not well at the time, and I just didn't feel like having a big party. And as I lay in bed thinking, well, what would you like to do in your 60th year? I thought there was nothing that would make me happier than to share my new passion, which is photography. And I could have a party with my friends. So I decided to have a photo exhibit. I know it's ridiculous. I'm still a neophyte. It's bold, it's audacious. I had no idea how much work this would take. But here we are. The first challenge is learning what photographs to pick. How do you choose? Is it based on a color theme? Is it based on a subject theme? Is it based on design theme? And understanding what a good photograph was, and then what needed to be cropped slightly maybe. Another challenge is I got some dust in my camera, and I spent more time trying to get out dust spots and running print trials and redoing them. But also just, where do you find a framer, and do you frame or do you laminate, and what's the difference, and where's a good laminator, and where should you go? And, for someone who's never done this before, a lot of challenges, and thank heavens I had some angels along the way who gave me some suggestions. This is my son, my number one son.
What do you think of your mom's show?
It's unbelievable. Everyone that's here, some of these faces I haven't seen in quite a long time, all here to support my mom's work. And to actually see some of this work, I've only seen a portion of this before. It's incredible.
This is Gina Shepard, who took the original class with me, and she's a professional photographer, and she was one of my inspirations. And many of these pictures were taken with her.
I can't wait to see all of these. So yes, remember, oh my God,
She was there when I shot them. I'm very attention deficit. And photography is the one thing in life that I can lose myself in. I could go out at 4 in the morning when it's pouring rain and I hate the cold, and stand in the freezing cold for an hour and a half waiting for the sunrise because it's photography. Or when I'm working to look at my pictures and which to choose and maybe cropping them a bit in Lightroom, I get lost. All of a sudden I realize, oh my Lord, you just missed that conference call you were supposed to be on, because I could spend hours doing that.
I know Rita from the Belizean Grove. However, I got to really know Rita when we were roommates on Martha's Vineyard taking a photography class.
Oh, okay. And what do you think of the show?
Awesome. It's awesome. She has the biggest set of balls of anybody I know.
Best thing about BKC, I have to say, was Justin Lin. First of all, I like BKC because they're reasonably priced and they offer lots of different courses. In the beginning, I was not able to match my schedule, again because of travel, with the basic intro courses. So I took private lessons and it worked out well. I'm a quick learner. I was able to do what many people would do in a 4-hour class in 1 hour. So for my type of learning, I loved the one-on-one. Then I started taking some of the fun courses like evening photography or portrait photography. They're just a couple of hours, so again, it's easy to fit in your schedule at some point. So I like the price, I like the courses. And then at the end, in order to get the show going, I went back to the one-on-one private sessions, this time with Justin Lin, who I call my angel, because I couldn't have done the show without him. He was so patient, and when I was discouraged and down on myself, thinking my work is not good enough to show anyone, he said, you can't be like that. You know, all artists think that at one point, and this is great that you're doing this and you should go ahead. And when I had tough moments trying to enlarge things or do things I had never done before, calibrate color, I mean, he was there at every step helping me.